right, hello my students, Pilates Fundamentals, and this is Pilates Fundamentals class number 3. And so we're going to start today seated. So if you would like to get sitting pads, please stop and do that. And remember, you can use a stack of books, you can use a firm pillow, you can use just a little low step stool, any of those things. And we'll do some warm up here, and then also you'll need your usual stuff. Head support, a rolled towel for between the knees, you can use your head support or a short hand-sized towel we'll use in place of a stick. And then if you have a TheraBand, please get it, we'll use it. And if not, you can use the longer twisted towel. We're also going to do some hand weight work today. So if you have a pair of lightweight dumbbells, go ahead and get those. And if you do not, you can use a pair or a couple of water bottles, larger if you have them, or a couple of canned food items, or you can take an empty bottle, fill it with sand or pebbles or dirt and use that. So kind of look around and see what you can come up with. We have to be creative these days. And we'll do a little bit of intro to hand weight work, and it's specific to Pilates. And so it's a little different than your gym type weight training. All right, once you have everything, make sure your mat's laid out in a place where you can work. And also if you need extra cushioning, remember you can stack some towels or use towels in specific spots where you need them. Always feel free to set up whatever you need to do. Okay, so on your sitting pads, rock a little, find your little bony sit bones underneath, and then get right on top of those rocker bones and lift your side waist, lift your back pant waist like somebody grabbed it, tighten that front belly like a saran wrapping across, wide collarbone across the front chest, and then shoulders relaxed down. And let's just shrug the shoulders up, inhale through the nose, and then just exhale, blowing that air out through the mouth as you just drop those shoulders. Just let them drop. Inhale, exhale. And again, inhale, exhale, leave the shoulders down. And now you're going to reach out and up through the arms, keeping the shoulders down. Inhale, press out, exhale. Deep inhale through the nose, keeping abdominals braced, and exhale down. Long stretched arms, palms toward each other, and then press out as you go down like you're pushing through some water, some slight resistance. And press, and this time stay up, palms toward each other, and reach from your side waist. And 1, 2, exhale 3, 4, exhale 5, 6, exhale 7, 8, last one, 9, 10, press out. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down for a circle forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Reach out and up again. Interlace fingers behind the head, elbows side diagonal. Draw the shoulders down. Make sure you're in good alignment, ear over shoulder, shoulder over center pelvis. Let's shrug the shoulders up. Glide the shoulder blades up the back, and then glide the tips of the shoulder blades down your back ribs as you draw the shoulders down, collarbone wide. Inhale, glide down, exhale. And again, inhale, glide down and stay with the shoulder blades down. Press the elbows back without disturbing your head, neck, or shoulders. And release and shrug. Inhale, glide down, exhale. Press it back and release. No pulling on the head. Inhale, glide down, exhale. Hold the press. Check your front ribs are not popping forward. And release. And now just a tiny pulse with those elbows back. 1. Controlling back. 2, exhale 3, 4, and 1 more, 5, and release the arms down. And then let's bring the arms up again, palms forward, and just reach the arms right alongside in front of your legs for the spine stretch prep, rolling forward, remembering not to rock forward off your sit bone. So I'm going to turn side in case you need to re-look at this. We learned this at the beginning of the semester. So as you keep your back pelvis against an imaginary wall, we candy cane hook up and over. You roll forward. You slide it out, but don't lift your sit bones. Roll it up. Stack against your wall. Inhale, Up and over curve. Exhale, roll forward. Reaching out, inhale. Roll it up, stacking. All right, now let's angle to the side diagonal to your right. Straddle the knee. Inhale. Nod and curve to that diagonal. Reach. And opposite sit bone. No lifting it. Keep it anchored and roll back up. Other side. Inhale. Nod up and over curve. Roll forward. Inhale. Roll it back up. Exhale. And to the center one more time. Inhale. Up and over curve. Exhale. Inhale. Roll up. Lengthen tall. And now bring your fingertips to the side for lateral bend. Reach your left arm up. Inhale. Arc to your side right. Exhale. Reaching the side body long. Hold. Inhale. And lift to center. Exhale. Reach your right arm up. Inhale. Arc to your left. Reach over. Inhale. Keeping those sit bones on your sit pads. And come up. Again. Inhale. Up and out, but don't lift the sit bones. Head is part of the curve of your spine. Don't leave it behind. Don't take it too low. All right, check your shoulders and that you're directly side, not twisting, and then lift. And up and out, hold, check your position. Want a really good side lateral bend, no rotation. And lift and center. All right, soles of the feet together. I'm going to turn again. You're going to put the soles together. They move the feet out a little. Don't jam it up. And then find your sitting bones and get tall out of your sit bones. Lift your back waist. And we do our C curve. Inhale, hollow up and back C curve, rounding the spine. Round forward over your legs. Lengthen high, flat back diagonal. And come center. Scoop up and back C curve. Round the spine forward into spine stretch. Lengthen high diagonal, flat back neutral. And shoulders over hips as you come center. Hollow up and back C curve. Round forward. Lengthen flat back diagonal. And bring it to center. And then we're going to come back to the front and cross the legs once again. Now take your little hand-sized towel. And again, we'll fold it lengthwise and again lengthwise. So you have a little bit more like this, so you can hold the ends nice and taut. So you're just keeping it taut so it's not limp. Bring it down below shoulders across from the base of your breastbone, that solar plexus. Lift out of your waist in good neutral posture over your sitting bones. For the rib cage arms, reach forward and up overhead. Inhale. Bend to the top of the back of the head without pulling the head forward. Hands a little behind the elbows as you press up, sliding the shoulders away from the ears. And forward to hover across from your solar plexus. Always keep the arms straight and the towel taut when you're not doing the goalpost. So we reach up, arms nice and straight first. Feel the stretch through the edges of your arms. Then bend to the top of the back of the head, but no pulling that head forward to do that. And then lengthen, sliding those shoulder blades down your back ribs in opposition and forward to hover. Again, inhale up, bend to goalpost, exhale, reach up, inhale, and forward, exhale. This time reach up, inhale, bend, exhale. This time stretch and stay in those nice stretched arms straight up. And then you do a tiny side dip without lifting your opposite sit bone back to center. Up, it's an up diagonal, not a down side. And up to center, no twist, just lengthen out to the side, lateral, and center, and up and out, just tiny dip, and center, and then a little pulse here, 1. So you're just going slightly behind, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bring it forward and all the way down. Okay, place that towel down, come off your sit pads and move them out of the way to the side. Now I'm going to pause here for a moment, and if you can see, I have my little reminder here. This is one of our Pilates principles that I want you to focus on today, and that is the principle of fluidity. And so fluidity means we're going to be doing the movements with fluid movement, not sharp, jerky movements. So everything is fluid. like you're literally underwater the whole time. And if you think of seaweed underneath the surface of the water, it doesn't move fast, it flows. And so all of our movements and our transitions, we want to think about working with this principle of fluid movement. And so that's your focus for the whole class today. And then we're going to start laying down on our backs. No head support yet, but have it to the side ready to use. Tuck and roll on your side, roll onto your back. You're going to need your little spacer for between the knees. So bend the knees with the feet right under the knees with the heels lined up with your sitting bones. So that means you only have that little fist between the inside ankle bones. Put the towel between the knees to snug on it to keep those knees straight up. And then find that neutral spine and pelvis. So we want the tailbone lengthening in the direction of the feet. We have the upper back ribs and the low ribs on the mat. You only have that itty bitty space under the waist, but we don't see it because we have muscles and flesh and stuff in there that fills it in a little bit, but we do have that little space in the bones. And then back of the arms on the mat with the fingers extended long on the mat. We want to make sure we don't hold any tension, and so always keep breathing. That was our focus last time, to use the breath. So we're adding to that. Today it's breathing and fluidity. So we're going to start with pelvic tilts. Hollow the low belly, curl the tailbone, and you flatten that little space under the waist into the mat, and then you roll the pubic bone away from the navel and the tailbone away from the waist. Never over push the tailbone down. That causes tension and causes you to overarch your low back. Just feel the tailbone lengthening in the direction of your feet, not actually pushing into the mat, okay? Here we go. Inhale, exhale, curl, and roll to neutral. Pelvic curl, and roll to neutral. Exhale to curl. I'm moving a little quicker on these just to warm up our low back, but still do it with focus. Exhale, curl. Now right here, pause in the curl. We shouldn't be bulging those belly muscles. We want to hollow them in toward the back waist and under the ribs, so we don't feel a lot of bulging. You have to concentrate to get that to happen by initiating like a piece of taffy attached to your pubic bone, like that taffy's flattening down and underneath the rib cage, and so we don't bulge the muscles toward the ceiling, okay? So make that your focus as we do 4 more of these. And scoop and curl, and roll the tailbone toward the feet. Exhale to scoop and curl, flattening that taffy under the ribs, and roll it down. 2 more. Exhale, curl, and roll it down, and exhale, curl, and roll it down. Now we bridge. So again, nothing under the head yet except your mat. Inhale, pelvic curl like you just did. Roll the pelvis up to bridge, straight line. Inhale. Sink the shoulder area first, the upper back, then through the middle and the back of the waist, and then roll the tailbone toward the feet. Again, not over pushing down. Inhale, scoop and curl, roll up to that straight line bridge between the shoulders and knees. Yes, we're kicking in all these back muscles, and sink the chest, rolling down with control and fluidity. Inhale, scoop and curl. You're breathing as you roll up, exhaling. Pause at the top for an inhale. Exhale to roll down. Fluid, smooth movements, rolling bone by bone, one at a time. Last time, scoop and curl. Roll up to bridge. Hold at the top, inhale. Sink the chest. Roll in a straight line, trying not to wobble side to side. And roll it down. Now you can slip your head support under the back of the head, under the skull, not under the neck free to float. And then we're ready for ab curls. So we're going to interlace our fingers, heels of the hands on those occipital bones right behind the back of the ears. Make your little hammock for your head with your elbows on the side diagonal. Now remember, when we ab curl, we're always keeping everything quiet below the waist. No tuck, no tilt, no wobble in the pelvis as you curl the upper body. And it is a curling action. Remember, your eyes go towards your legs when you curl the chest forward. So we inhale, nod the chin, sink the breastbone to curl the chest forward, looking at your legs. Check your tailbone is on the mat. Inhale and lower, exhale. Inhale, nod the chin, sink the breastbone to curl the chest forward. Hold, inhale, and lower, exhale. Again, inhale, nod, sink to curl, stay. Now reach forward, grab onto those back legs, lift that 1/2 inch, but check you didn't tuck the tailbone. Check that the tailbone is lengthening towards your feet. Keeping that height, hands behind the head. Hold for breathing. 5, deep inhale, 4, deep exhale, 3, deep inhale, 2, deep exhale, 1, and lower the chest down. Inhale, nod the chin, sink the breastbone to curl the chest forward, reach forward, grab on to the back legs, lift that 1/2 inch, check shoulders down, looking at your legs so your head is over your upper chest, and then you're going to keep that tailbone anchored as you bring the hands behind, and now tiny, tiny pulse, lower 1/2 inch and up, 1, and exhale, 2, and exhale, 3, and exhale, 4, and lift, stay, 5, inhale, lower, exhale. Inhale, nod, sink to curl, exhale. Tailbone heavy to the mat, reach forward, grab on, lift that 1/2 inch. Keep that height as you bring the hands behind, lower 1/2 inch, and exhale, 1, and exhale, 2, and exhale, 3, and exhale, 4, one more, and exhale, 5, hold it, we're feeling it, and lower, exhale. Now we're going to do ab curl with rotation. Follow my cue, keep that neutral pelvis, no tuck, no tilt, no wobble. Inhale, nod the chin, sink the breastbone to curl, look forward at your legs, check the tailbone anchored, twist to your right diagonal, and center, exhale to the left diagonal, and center, twist to the right diagonal, and center, pivot to the left diagonal, hold center, inhale, and lower, exhale. One more time. Inhale, nod, sink to curl forward, chest lift, looking at your legs. Go the other way now, twist to your left first, exhale, looking just past that diagonal or outside the leg, and center, exhale, twist to the right, exhale, and center, pivot to the left, exhale, and center, last time to the right, exhale, and center, hold, inhale, whew, yeah, we feel it, and lower, exhale. Remove your hands from behind, remove your spacer from between your legs, and then we're going to take the feet in real close to you with the toes on the mat with the heels up. Draw the tailbone down, but keep those legs together. Reach the arms up just in front of the shoulders over the solar plexus. From there, open side to your T shape. Place them on your mat or floor, and make sure the hands are below your shoulder, not up above you toward the head. And then brace those abdominals like crazy. Nice bracing, saran wrapping like the top of a taut trampoline or drum. Keeping that, the pelvis and legs move as a unit. Careful, don't arch your low back, just keep it neutral. We tip the pelvis and legs to the right, left shoulder down, inhale. Initiate squeezing with your abdominals to bring it back so your obliques do the most of the work, and your transverse, which is your deepest abdominal muscle. Go left, inhale, right shoulder down, squeeze, center. So we've been doing this now enough that still you want to go back to the basics of what position am I working in? Am I in a good position? Are both shoulder blades on the mat? Are my knees and feet staying together, or do they slide apart? Be aware. Work with fluid, controlled movements. Exhale to center. And to the right, inhale. And exhale to center. And to the left. The beauty of Pilates is every time you come back to it, you're focusing even more on making it more perfect. Always about precision and control, the breath, the fluidity, working from your center, all these important principles, we want to keep applying them. Let's do 2 more. Over to the right, inhale. Squeeze abdominals to do the work, exhale. And over to the left, inhale. and squeeze to center. Pause, heels down. Now bring your arms back alongside you on the mat. Move the feet a few inches away. So now the heels are still together and feet together, but the legs are having a little less bend in the knee, so that they're further away. Keep your neutral pelvis, tight abdominals for the leg levitations. One leg floats up to tabletop. Inhale. Check your position so you're not bringing it too close and tucking, and you're also not dropping that foot. It's right in line with your knee. And then place it next to the other foot, again like you're putting it on a pool of water that you do not want to ripple. Lift the left leg or the other leg. Inhale to that perfect tabletop, 90 degree in the knee and the hip, and then back to center. Let's do that again. Inhale, right leg up, or the first leg, and back down. And second leg, inhale. Stay, and the other one joins. Exhale, both legs. Now we're really working those low abdominals a lot to stabilize our pelvis with the legs in this perfect position, 90. Toe dip, right leg out and down, keeping the same amount of bend in the knee, and lift, exhale. Dip the left, inhale, and lift, exhale, making sure you're not arching your low ribs. Back low ribs stay on the mat throughout this, and dip the left, inhale. And because we're trying to challenge a little more today, we'll do two more. Inhale, lift, exhale, and dip it, inhale, lift and stay, grab behind the legs, hug those knees in, round the back, take a deep breath, rock a little side to side. Place the feet down one at a time, bring your feet and knees together and move the feet a little bit away from you again, and draw the tailbone down, find that neutral, reach the arms up, cross hand over hand for hula. Inhale, nod the chin, ab curl to reach towards your top knees, looking at your knees. Check the tailbone down and outside the right knee, straight across left knee. Exhale, right. Only moving upper body. Reach across and look right at your hands, keeping it small, not moving anything in the pelvic area. Reach, reach, tailbone lengthening toward the feet, pubic bone stretching away from the navel. Reach, reach. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Center reach, inhale, lower everything, exhale, and gently roll your head side to side. All right, good job. Now, for next one, we are going to go into go right into our 100. But what I want you to do today is we're going to go, like we did last time, do the full 100 without stopping for a break, but have the option always of putting the head down for a rest in the middle if you need to. Just keep pumping and breathing, and then lift again when you're ready. Let's go ahead and put our little knee spacer in there for this. So grab that and just put it between the knees so you can snug on it. But again, no tucking the pelvis. Keep the heels only a few inches apart, in line under your knees. Now draw the tailbone toward the feet, tighten across like the saran wrapping or seat belting. Reach the arms straight up today to start right over the back side of the armpit with nice straight arms and fingers extended. All right, we're going to ab curl. When we do, you'll press your arms alongside just a couple of inches off the mat. Inhale, prepare, nod the chin. Exhale, ab curl as you reach the arms alongside, looking at your legs. Check your tailbone down and pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 60. Try not to move your upper body, just your arms. 70. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 100. Lower everything down. Roll your head side to side. Take a deep breath. Good job. Roll to your side. Come to sit. Keep that little spacer between your knees. Sit in the middle of your mat. Put your feet flat. And grab behind your high back legs for the half roll back. Lift your low back pant waist And we're going to C-curve first and then roll back to where you can control it, not so far that you flatten the back or let your head fall back or let your feet pop up. We don't want to do any of that. So go where you can control it. Remember, everybody's different. You do what you can. Inhale, prepare. Scoop the low belly, curve from the tailbone first. Check your shoulders down. Scoop out that front belly and start rolling back just to where you feel you don't lose control. You want to keep your abdominal connection. So ideally we're in a little rowboat kind of position, scooped out in a little rowboat. But if you need to stop further higher up, that's fine. Now deepen your belly backward as you Ferris wheel your spine over your legs. Your forehead goes towards your knees. Now rock on top of your sit bones. Start unraveling your spine upward against your imaginary wall. Inhale, C-curve to roll back. Pulling the navel toward the back waist. Like somebody put a needle through it and knitted it right up into your back waist and above it. And then deepen the belly backward as you pull your with your hands a little to help you go smoothly through that transition. Rock onto your sit bones, elongate your spine. Inhale, hollow, exhale, C-curve into half rollback. Check your shoulders not hunching. Keep those shoulders down. Inhale, belly pulls backward as you curve forward and lengthen it up. One more time, inhale, hollow scoop, roll back with control, hollowing out the low belly. Inhale, curve forward, use those arms to help you, and lengthen it up. All right, let's roll back down on our back carefully. And you can remove that little spacer. Now, if you have a TheraBand, use it. And if you don't, you'll have to use your longer twisted towel. We're going to be doing some leg circle. And so we're going to do 8 circles in each direction today. But remember, your object here is to keep your pelvis as stable and quiet as possible in its neutral as we circle the leg. The leg circles can be very small, and the smaller you go, the more likely you are to stay stable in your trunk. If you go too big and lose control, oops, that's not really what we're trying to do. So always be careful of how everything is working within. It's not just the leg we're really working the abdominals and all your pelvic stabilizers, which is your back muscles as well in that low area. All right, so now we're going to hook the band over the middle of your foot, very secure, or your towel. Choke up where you feel you need to. You can put tension if it's a towel. If it's a band, bring your elbows to the mat where you feel some tension. And then straighten the leg in a position where your tailbone is anchored. Now, I'm pretty tight from sitting at the computer just like you guys, and so I have to go a little more forward today. I'm feeling pretty kinked up and tight, and so that's okay. We're different every day, right? And the bottom leg can either be all the way straight or just slightly bent is fine. Don't bend it too much or it gets in the way. Now get those abdominals nice and braced. You do have that tiny space under the waist, but it's very tiny. And your tailbone is anchored on the mat. We're going to start here with our starting across the body first. And inhale, exhale, pause at the top. 1. Inhale, exhale, up 2. Quiet pelvis, exhale, up 3. Inhale, exhale, up 4. Inhale, exhale, up 5. Inhale, exhale, up 6. Inhale, exhale, up 7. Inhale, exhale, pause, reverse. Out a little, down, around, up 1. Always putting that little period on the circle at the top. Inhale, exhale, and 3. Abdominals are actively working. 4. Inhale, exhale, and 5. I'm going a little quicker, but keep it smooth. Fluidity. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, and pause. Other foot. Now you notice by now my leg's able to go a little more up because I'm stretching it as well as working my abdominals. All right, bring the other foot in. Make sure your band is always secure on your foot. We don't want it popping into our face, so always make sure it's secure, not over the toes, but a little more into the middle of the foot where the arch is. Then make sure you have a good handhold. Find your position with the tailbone down. Again, I got to start a little more forward to start because I'm a little tight. All right, that's okay. All right, now check your shoulders down, check your abdominals tight, your back ribs on the mat. Try not to wobble your pelvic area. Start across the body, inhale. Exhale up 1. Inhale. Exhale up 2. Inhale. Exhale up 3. Inhale, smooth and fluid, 4. Inhale, exhale up 5. Inhale, exhale up 6. Inhale, exhale. One more. Pause at the top, reverse out. Down, around, up. Inhale, exhale, and 2. Quiet pelvis, exhale, and 3. Inhale, exhale, not too big. Inhale, exhale, and 5. Inhale, exhale, and 6. Inhale, exhale, and 7. Last one, and pause at the top. Bend both knees, gently release your tension, remove your band, and rub out your hands. Okay, hug in, and we're going to roll to a side sit and then face back to the center of your mat with at least half of your mat behind you, or maybe a little more than that. Move anything out of the way that you could roll onto, because we're doing rolling like a ball. Now, if you'd like a little assist, you can use your hand-sized towel and then just bring it across your shins or under your back legs to help you pull into that tight ball shape. So that's always an option for some of us. And otherwise, you're grabbing either front shins or back of your legs. And pull those legs in nice and tight and round your spine into your deep C curve. Oh, here comes my Ebony baby. And then we're going to do our rolling like a ball. So find your balance point, hover your feet, chin gently down, shoulders down. Here we go. Lead from your low back from your tailbone. Roll, inhale. Forward, exhale. Hold 2 counts. 1 and 2. Roll. Deepen your curve before you roll. And 2. Roll, inhale. Exhale. Hold 1 and 2. Roll, inhale. Exhale. Hold 1. Hi, Ebony, 2. Roll, inhale. Exhale. Hold 1 and 2. Roll, inhale. Exhale. Hold 1 and 2. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Feet down, open your knees, and round over those legs. You want to do Pilates with us, Ebony? All right, roll up. Scoot to the center of your mat, and we're ready for our little abdominal block. So this is going to be single leg stretch, double leg stretch, crisscross. Remember, I did add some levels of difficulty last time, but you still have the options of doing all the versions that I've taught you to modify with. And I won't demonstrate all of those today, but you do want to be aware of those, and I'll mention them as we set up. All right, so we're going to roll down onto our side and onto our back. You can use your head support for this one, and you can go get in your bed, Mr. Ebony. Thank you. Okay, here we go. All right. So lay down into your neutral. Use your head support, bend your knees, and then one at a time, lift your legs to perfect tabletop, tailbone down, and shins parallel to the ceiling, hands on the knees. Take a deep breath, inhale, ab curl as you nod and lift, look forward, reach your right leg out on a high diagonal as you put your hands to your top knee and shin. Press down on that knee just a little to make sure it anchors your tailbone a little bit. Now simultaneously switch and switch. Don't drop the foot of the bent leg. Keep it right in line with your knee. Exhale, exhale, reach, reach. No pelvic movement, fluid changes, no jerky or sharp movements. Keep your focus forward, not at the ceiling, and hug in and lower. Roll your head side to side. Now I'd like to do a little bit more, a little shorter set. Do it again, but with flexed feet. That means you're pulling those toes back towards your shins, and we're going to be pressing through each heel. So first get to your tabletop, tailbone down, flex the feet, knees together, hands on the knees. Inhale, prepare a tight belly, nod the chin, curl the chest forward, stretch your left leg out, hands to the right knee and shin, and simultaneously switch and switch. And keep your focus towards your legs, and exhale, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug as you lower down. Roll your head side to side. I know, tough stuff. Now, double leg stretch. I added that little arm reach last time. That's optional, but that's the version I'll demonstrate. You can always keep the hands alongside you and then not do the reach up, and that's fine. All right? So first we move the legs to tabletop, tailbone down, hands on the top, knees, arms straight. All in one movement. We prepare, inhale, straighten the legs, ab curl, and reach the arms all in the same time. Your heels are together in the Pilates V. Arms just go up a little bit, but keep looking forward. Arms back alongside to the 100 position, and lower the chest as you bend the knees and return to starting position. Oh yes, I know. So to modify, what would you do? Well, you could just grab lightly behind the legs as you lift, let go to reach and just hold there. Don't do the arms up and down, and then bend back in and lower. Always you can do that one. All right, here we go. Pick your poison. Inhale, prepare, nod. Ab curl as you straighten the legs and reach the arms if you're doing my version. Stay looking forward as your arms go to the ceiling, but don't look up. Arms alongside, and bend and lower. Inhale, nod the chin. Ab curl and look forward. Squeeze the heels together in the V. Arms go up as you keep looking low down at your legs, and then back alongside, and bend and lower to starting position. How about one more? Inhale, nod, lift and reach all in one move. Keep the belly tight as your arms go up. Do not look at the ceiling. Back alongside, and bend and hug it in. Good. Roll your head side to side. Next one is our crisscross. I'm going to do the full version, which is maintaining ab curl while you twist toward the bent leg, and careful not to wobble the pelvis. You can do that one leg lift version, or both legs lifted and just do, just keep the legs together in tabletop as you just do the rotations. You can use either one of those modifications, all right? So to set up, interlace the fingers, hands behind the head, and if you're doing the full version or the tabletop version, go ahead and lift your legs one at a time to tabletop. Now here we go. Inhale, prepare, nod first into ab curl center. Now twist to your bent right leg as you straighten your left. Exhale. Simultaneously switch legs and twist to the bent leg. Exhale. Switch and twist. Switch and twist. This takes a great deal of concentration and control. And squeeze those abdominals throughout. Exhale. And bracing across the low belly. Exhale. Saran wrapping so there's no wobbles in the pelvis. Last one. All right, hug it in. Rock a little side to side with the pelvis. And place the feet down one at a time. All right, good job. We got through that. Now let's roll on our side, and we're going to go onto our stomachs for our prone work. And on this, we're going to be working on keeping those abdominals tight even though we're laying on the stomach. All right, so we don't let the belly just relax. Remember, it's all about good positioning. So roll on your stomach. You can use your head support and cross your hands on your head support with your forehead on your hands. Now bring your legs together parallel. Plant your pelvic triangle on the mat. That's your two front pelvic bones and your pubic bone in the same plane on the mat. And then, keeping that, extend those kneecaps a little bit so they come a little away from the floor. Your legs are together parallel, tops of the feet are on the mat. Do not tuck your toes. Then draw your shoulders away from your ears, and then lift your navel away from the mat as you keep those three bones of the pelvis on the mat. That activates your abdominals to protect your back. Lift your right leg 1 inch off the mat, and we're going to do a tiny pulse. 1, 2, 3. Don't move the pelvis. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Lift the left 1 inch or 2. Pulse. 1. Don't move the pelvis. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower. Now bring the heels together in the Pilates V, and then keep that V, but separate the heels about 6 inches apart into open V. Upper back and legs simultaneously. Inhale, hover the upper back and legs. Keep your forehead on your hands and lower. Inhale to hover both ends of the body at the same time and lower. Inhale, lift the upper back and legs, but keep the legs nice and straight and lower. Inhale, lift and hover. And exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, lift and hover. Exhale, lower. All right, feet together, hands by ribs, tighten your belly, push up and back and round the back to rest position. So we're going to really get a nice deep breath there. All right, inhale and exhale. Okay, now we're going to go into our 4-point kneel. So hands are apart, the width of your shoulders, and the heels of your hands are right lined up under your armpits. Then, knees are a fist apart, lined up right under the crease of your hip socket. Then bond your shins and top feet to the mat. Lengthen your spine in both directions, tailbone toward the wall behind you, and head in line with your spine. So look diagonally forward of your hands, about 1.5 to 2 feet. Don't look straight down, that drops your head. And remember, we want to make sure we're lifting the breastbone away from the mat so we don't sag in the upper back. All right, so here we go. From this perfect 4-point position, we're doing our flying table, trying not to wobble. Reach your opposite right arm and left leg in line with your spine. Hold and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly return. No perceptible shifting. Other side. Left arm opposite right leg. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly return. Cat stretch. Round the back. Exhale. Arching. Lengthen to neutral. Inhale. Round and scoop. Exhale. And lengthen. And now stay in your neutral and tuck your toes under. Keeping your 4-point position, neutral spine, hover the knees 1 inch off the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, untuck toes, cat stretch round, sit back to rest position. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up and sit facing toward your center, wherever that is. We'll do some spine stretch. Now, remember, we want to be in good neutral against your wall. And so that means if you straighten your knees all the way, and we have our legs open, remember, for this one, so they should be approximately open the width of your shoulders or slightly beyond the shoulders, kind of like the width of a yoga mat. And then flex your feet back towards you. Then find your neutral. Now, if you can't get there, remember you just bend your knees ever so slightly so that you can get that low back lift. We don't want to be hunkered back. So once you're in your good position, hands on the legs to start, arms straight. From the top of the head, nod up and over, curve like a scoop up and over a ball. Slide the arms forward along the legs. Remember, don't move the pelvis. Grab on, pull the navel away from the feet, and then roll up and stack against your imaginary wall, never going behind yourself, always staying right over your center pelvis here. Now take the arms forward, palms toward each other, just below shoulder height for the same thing, and keep your arms so they're staying parallel to the floor as you curve forward. Inhale, up and over, curve, reach forward. So now your head ends up between your arms, and you're keeping your pelvis quiet. Don't rock it forward or back. Your arms can go a little between your legs here, or between your feet, and then roll up against your wall and stack it all the way up. Let's do that again. So we inhale, up and over, curve to reach forward as you pull the belly backward. Roll up against your wall, drawing the shoulders down. Inhale, up and over, curve to roll forward, reaching. Inhale, and roll it back up, and stack it up, and bring the palms together for saw. Left hand to right, outside the right little toe as you look down and back to the back right arm. Then roll back up to your palms together, center in neutral. Other side, exhale, cross over, look down and back to the back arm, and roll up over your sit bones in center. Up and over, reach, exhale. Roll up to center, inhale. And across, exhale. Roll up, inhale. Reach it, exhale. Roll up, inhale. Reach it, exhale. Roll up together. Once more each side, reach. Across and up. Outside the little toe, look down and back. And roll up, stay. Now right elbow pulls back. Keep very vertical spine. Don't lean back. And as you pull the right elbow back, twist toward the right, look to the right, exhale, and back to center, palms together, inhale. Pull the left elbow, twist to the left, exhale, and center, inhale. Pull and twist, exhale. Remembering, don't move the pelvis. Twist, exhale, and center. Pull, exhale, and center. Pull, exhale, and center. Reach up, inhale. Up and over, grab what you can. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Now lengthen out and up to a flat back. Inhale, round over, exhale. Lengthen out, inhale. Come up high enough that you lengthen the spine and then round over, exhale. Keep your belly tight, lengthen, inhale, and round over. And roll up through the back, shake your legs together. We're rolling back, down on our back. No head support for this one. And we're going to do our shoulder bridge prep. Once you're on your back, bring your feet and knees together with feet right under your knees. Then tailbone lengthens to the mat, tighten and brace your low abdominals, arms alongside, plug those shoulder blades in, and again, nothing under the back of the head except your mat. Now we roll up to bridge and do our one leg lifts. We're going to do the tabletop version today of the toe dip while in bridge. Your object is no dropping or tipping the pelvis once you're up, and fluid movement. Here's our principle of fluidity. Here we go. Inhale, pelvic curl. Exhale, roll up to bridge. Stay in your straight line from shoulders to knees. Pick up your right leg to the perfect 90-90 tabletop. Keeping that positioning, tap the toe, inhale, lift back to your tabletop, exhale. Don't decrease or increase the bend in the knee, and lift up. Dip it, inhale, and lift and stay. Extend the leg and take it forward knee to knee for a diagonal there. Put foot next to foot, and then roll down through your backbone by bone. Articulate into your waist before you lower all the way down to the tailbone. So always scoop into that roll down to articulate each part of your spine into the mat. Now we're going to do the other side. Keep your knees and feet together and check your abdominals and your neutral pelvis to start. Inhale, prepare, pelvic curl, hollow the belly. Roll the pelvis up to the straight line bridge, legs together. Pick up your left leg to that perfect tabletop 90. Tap that shape of the leg, inhale, lift it, exhale. Tap it, inhale, lift it, exhale. Tap it, inhale, lift and stay. Extend the leg, take it forward knee to knee on the diagonal, hold, foot next to foot, sink the upper chest, and roll each bone into the mat, slowly rolling down, all the way to neutral. All right, good job. Pick up the legs one at a time, grab behind the back thigh, grab and hug in with both legs, rock a little side to side. All right, while here, cross your ankles, open your knees diagonally, move that cross-legged position to tabletop, and tailbone anchored, arms alongside on the mat, ready for the rollover prep. So this is that reverse curl of the pelvis. So we scoop the low belly to curl, rolling the pelvis towards your waist or slightly above it, but always using control in both directions to roll down, using your abdominals to put the brakes on to roll down. So your abdominals scoop to help you curl so you don't swing with your legs,
And then your abdominals are still kicking on to put the brakes on to roll down. So you're controlling both directions. Very fluid movement. Inhale, scoop and curl. Exhale. Put the brakes on. Roll down bone by bone. Don't clip anything. You always want to make sure you're feeling those bones articulate. Scoop and curl fluidly. No jerky moves. No momentum. And roll it down with control. One more time. Scoop and curl. Exhale. And put the brakes on. Roll it down with control. Once you get to neutral, anchoring the tailbone, interlace the fingers, hands behind the head, elbows side diagonal. Now, keep the neutral tailbone down, anchor, and extend the legs to Pilates V wherever you can do that, and flex the feet for opening. Split the legs apart, inhale, and squeeze up and stay. Now nod the chin, go into ab curl, check tailbone down, and continue the openings. Inhale, open, and squeeze together, exhale. Inhale, open, squeeze, exhale. Inhale, open, squeeze, exhale. Inhale, open, squeeze and stay. Reach around, grab behind the legs, bend the legs to tabletop, and then lower the chest as you hug in. And put the feet down one at a time. Arms down, take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, roll to your side, ease yourself to sit. All right, grab your little head support, and we're going into our side lying. Now, for those of you, because I read your reflections and I wanted to bring one thing to your attention. Sometimes some of us, when in side lying, we're a little uncomfortable. So remember, you can stack towels under your hips to give you more cushioning, and you can also put a folded towel under your waist to kind of support that area, which takes some of the pressure off the hip as well. That's an option. Just to take your headrest and just fold it a little more. Don't wad it up though. And then your little towel we usually use between the knees. For the double leg lift, when we get to it, you can always put the little spacer, I'm going to show it here real quick, between the ankle bones. And this is for those of you that are hyperextended. It will help you. So notice that when I lift both legs with that little spacer, it is a little easier because I don't have to have my legs all the way together. But you might say, well, I still have trouble. Get something bigger, like a pillow to put between there that has more width to it. Or take a bigger towel and roll it to put between there. And that way, if you have a ball at home, one of these blow-up balls around this shape, some of you might, you can put that ball between your ankles, and that gives you still the connection that you need between the legs, but it helps separate the legs a little bit for those double leg lifts. I wanted to point that out because I read some of your stuff and I saw that some of you were struggling with that. So that's some options for you, okay? Now, having said that, we're gonna now get stacked up, ready to go. And so you'll wanna stretch out in a straight line. And your bottom arm extended, head support between the head and arm, ankles together, or you can, for the first part, you can't use that thing between the ankles because we're doing staggered lifts. So you may have to pause the video if you want to use it when we get to both legs. Kickstand the hand close to the body. Make sure you're not looking down and torquing your neck. Make sure you're in a nice straight line here. Check your feet are lined up with the front side of the pelvis, not behind you, and that you're not rocking back in your pelvis, okay? Then lift under your bottom waist ever so slightly, just to engage a little bit there. And then keeping this top shoulder down, top leg to hip height, flex the foot, squeeze it down. Point, lift, inhale, flex, press down, exhale. Point, lift, inhale, flex, press it down. Adding on, point, lift, hold, bottom leg goes to it, hold them together, both legs down. Top leg, inhale, bottom leg, exhale to it, hold it, both legs with control. Always remember, no jerky moves, fluid, and controlling always as you place it down. Top leg, inhale, bottom leg to it, hold it, and lower down. Now, this is where you might want to pause and put that little spacer in there. We're going to lift both legs at the same time. Here we go. And squeeze up, exhale, and lower. Exhale, lift, and lower. Exhale, lift, and lower. Exhale, lift, and lower. This time stay. Bottom leg beats to top leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 10 and lower. Now we're going to take the both legs bent, chair position 90-90, shins parallel to the edge of your mat, top leg straight out, lengthen this side waist here, and then the foot in line with your hip, not higher than or lower than. And now we do the side kick. Flex the foot and pendulum forward, double exhale forward, and a long inhale as you point the foot and reach just slightly behind the hip bone. But no rocking back and no bent knee on top. Keep that knee nice and straight. Here we go. Flex, exhale, exhale, reach, point back, inhale. Flex, exhale, exhale, reach back, inhale. Smooth and fluid, even though it's quicker. Exhale, exhale, reach back, inhale. Exhale, exhale, reach back, inhale. Exhale, exhale, reach and point. Exhale, exhale. Last one. Exhale, exhale, reach and stay. Now take it straight out without moving your pelvis. A small forward circle. 1, taut leg. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5. Flex the foot. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5. Point the foot, bend the knee. Leg over leg. Lift. Lower down and lift. Lower down. Just keep that 90-90, but don't move your pelvis. You're just lifting it about a foot up and back down. I'm not angling the knee down this time. I'm just lifting the whole leg, but not moving the pelvis. And we'll feel this a little bit. Up and up. Last one. Just at hip height, really. You're not going very high. All right, stretch out. Roll on your stomach. Cross your hands, forehead on your hands. Heels together in the Pilates V, letter V. And then, so you're in turnout, and then your pelvic triangle on the mat. Navel lifted, shoulders away from ears. We're doing little tiny beats, B-E-A-T-S, beats. And that's where we do those little open and close of the heels with the legs slightly off the ground and knees straight. So with forehead on hands, tight belly, lift both legs an inch or so off the mat. Open and close tiny clicks of the heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Hands by ribs. Using abdominals. Push up and back. Sit to rest position. Take deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Roll up. Move a little forward on your mat. And get into that 4-point kneel. Hands under armpits. And get a flat back line through your spine. Tailbone toward the back wall. Head in line, no sagging, and push your breastbone away from the mat. All right, partial plank. Now, we can either, I'm going to move back a little so you can see, you can either just walk your hands forward and bring your shoulders over your hand while you bring the hips in line. That's probably the easiest way to get there right now. All right, so let's do that. And so you have a straight line. Remember from last time, don't sag your pelvis and don't sag your breastbone. You have to really work. So let's do that again together. 4-point kneel. Good position. Walk your hands about a foot forward. Bring your shoulders over your hands as you move the pelvis forward in between your knees and shoulders in a straight line from knees to shoulders. Don't drop your head. Keep it up in line with your upper back. And hold for 5. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Round and sit back to rest position. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it up. Now we're going to do that again. 4-point kneel. Hands walk a foot or so forward. Bring the shoulders over the hands. If you went too far forward, bring them more under you. There, always have the hands under your shoulders or your armpits. And to get that straight line. Now we're going to do a tiny push-up. 1 or 2 inches inhale. push up, exhale. Bend, tiny bend, elbows point toward the back wall, stretch. And bend, don't drop your head or pelvis, and stretch, and sit back to rest position. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale. And roll up, grab your head support. We're going into side lying on the other side. So now stack up on whatever side it was you did not do, and stack up with your bottom arm extended, ankles together. Let's scoot back this way. And then head support between your head and arm. Kickstand your top hand in front, and then make sure your pelvis is stacked, hip bone over hip bone, and your feet are lined up with the front side of your pelvis. Lift under your bottom waist so you're not sagging, and draw the top shoulder away from the ear. Look straight out, don't look down at your feet or your floor. And now keep the legs nice and straight, and even though you're working the top leg a lot, you're still focusing the bottom leg always. It's always active. Lift the top leg just a hip bone height, no higher, and then bottom leg goes to it. Hold it a second, and both slowly down. Top leg inhale, bottom leg exhale. Hold it, both down. Top leg inhale, bottom leg exhale. Hold it, both legs down. Top leg inhale, bottom leg exhale. Hold it. Now I left out the first part, so let's go back and do the first part. Top leg inhale, flex the foot, squeeze to the bottom leg. Point lift inhale, flex the foot, squeeze to the bottom leg. Point lift inhale, flex the foot, squeeze to the bottom leg. One more, point lift hip height, flex, squeeze. Now we do that staggered lift again. Point lift up to hip height, bottom leg to it, hold it. Both legs down. One more, top leg, because we already did a few of these. Up and hold it. Both legs down. Now keep the legs together like the rubber banded. This is the point where you'd put a spacer if you need it between the ankles. And now squeeze up, exhale, and lower. Squeeze up, exhale, and lower. Keeping your legs as straight as you can. Keeping your body in a straight line. Lift, looking straight out. Lower, control both directions. Up. Control it down, squeeze, always working abdominals, shoulder down on top, nice stretched legs, up and lower, exhale, lift, one more, up and lower. Bend to 90-90 chair position, keep hip bones stacked, top leg straight out, flex the foot for side kick, pendulum forward, exhale, exhale. Reach, point back, inhale. Forward, exhale, exhale. Reach and stretch. Keeping it right at hip bone height. Exhale, exhale. Not going higher or lower. Exhale, exhale. Keeping your pelvis quiet. Tight abdominals. And reach, shoulder down. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, point back. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, reach, two more. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, exhale. Pause and take it straight out. Point the foot and small circle forward. 1. Try not to move the pelvis. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold parallel, flex the foot, keep it parallel. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5. Point the foot, bend the leg 90-90 over the bottom leg. Bring it, just tap down, lift up, keep it parallel, tap down. Don't move your pelvis. Tap down, lift up, keep it parallel. Don't turn the knee to the ceiling. Keep the knee pointing forward. Down and up just to where the spot is where you don't move your pelvis at all. So if your pelvis starts to rock backward, you need to not go that high. And 2 more, and up, and last time, up and slowly down. Stretch back out. We're going into single leg kick. Roll on your stomach onto your elbows with the elbows right under your shoulders, and your hands are clasped. with your forearm on the mat, and then lift your navel away from the mat, but keep your pubic bone on the mat. Feet together, parallel, extended. And lift your kneecaps away from the mat as much as you can. And you're in this little bit of an upper back extension. If this bothers your back, lay all the way down, cross your hands and forehead on your hands. Flex the right foot in twice. Exhale, exhale, point down. Alternate, exhale, exhale, stretch down. Flex, pulse, point down. Flex, pulse, point down. Lifting the navel up and in. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, legs together. Exhale, exhale, inhale. 2 more. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale, pause. Lower all the way down, cheek to one side. And this is, I'm going to move this right now, our double leg kick. And we're going to do a slightly modified version. Clasp your hands on your back waist or below it, if that feels better. And drop your elbows toward the floor, but draw your shoulders down. Don't let them fall forward. Your shoulders are down, but your elbows are dropped. Not your shoulders, but elbows. Legs together, parallel, kneecaps lifted, pubic bone, hip bones on the mat, neutral. Flex both legs in 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Stretch your legs into a slightly lifted position as you reach your arms toward your feet and just hover your chest like we did earlier. So you're like in a straight line, just hovering off the mat. Then put your head back down, turn your cheek to the other direction, flex your feet in as you bend your elbows to the waist or just below it, and three beats. 1, 2, 3. Tight hover, just looking down. I'm not going very high. It's a tiny hover. Other side again. Flex. 1, 2, 3. Hover. And if this is too much, don't do the lift of the legs. And again, 1, 2, 3, just legs on the mat and just lift the chest a little bit. And relax down. Push up and back, round the back, and sit back to rest position. Deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up to 4-point kneel for a cat stretch. Neutral to start. Round the back, so we're going to do that nice deep C curve toward the ceiling. We scoop into C curve. You lengthen to neutral. Scoop into C curve, rounding both ends of the spine, and back out to level neutral. Scoop it, and neutral, and C curve, and neutral. Good. Okay, now come to sit with your legs extended in front, or not extended, but in front of you with the knees bent, but the legs pretty far out, so they're just slightly bent. You want the bottoms of your feet on the mat, hands behind you, either fingers toward you, or if it's more comfortable, fingers to the side, which is what I'm going to do. Slanted neutral, so I'm just leaning back a little, and I'm going to be standing on my feet and my hands as I push the hips up into what feels like a reverse bridge, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit the hips down. One more time. Tighten the belly. Lift with your pelvis up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit the hips down. Stretch the legs. Flex the feet. Reach up. Over for stretch. Grab whatever you can. Take 2 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up. Shake your legs out. Now, if you like to use a sitting pad, this is where you will get it again. We're going to sit to do some weights. If you have a light pair of hand weights, get those. I asked you to get them before we started, so they should hopefully just be nearby. And if you don't, water bottles, canned food, things like that might work for you. Dirt-filled receptacles. I'm going to use a little pair of 3-pound egg weights. We're going to cross our legs in front and get on our sit bones and sit nice and tall. Now, when you're holding the weights, whether it's weighted water bottles or anything, we always want to be careful we don't break the wrist. So if I'm holding, I want the wrist in line with my elbow, like this, not flexed down or flexed forward. So when you're holding a weight, you want to be careful you don't flex or flex this way. So always the wrist is in line with this lower part of your arm and elbow. Also, the same thing in this direction, you don't want to go out or in. So when you're holding your weights, you want to make sure, again, you don't roll out or in with your wrist. So always be aware of good alignment of your arms as well as your torso, and especially the wrist. All right, so with whatever weight, I never like to use more than 3 pounds. If you do have weights and you have heavier weights like 5-pounders or 8-pounders, no, we're not using those. In Pilates, we work with weights differently than in a gym. So what we're doing is really different focus, and so lighter weights are what we want to use. Joe Pilates, when he created the hand weight series, did use, even as for men, light hand weights. So please use the lighter hand weights if you have them. Great. If not, like I said, water bottles are a little light, but they can work, and canned food is a little bit light, but they can work. So anything around 2 to 3 pounds would be ideal. Okay, now, with your little things in your hands, whatever they are, we're going to tuck our elbows at our waist so that, I'll turn side you can see, so that we're in good neutral posture, and notice my hand is in line with my elbow, and that's why you might need your sitting pad so your knees are not in the way, all right? And if not, you can stand to do this, that's fine. And so we're going to be opening directly side, squeezing a little bit between the upper mid-back where your shoulder blades are. Think of your shoulder blades pulling a little bit toward each other, and then back to the forward direction. But it's like you're holding a platter of food in front of you at the same height as your elbow. So we don't want to curl toward us or away from us. We want it in line. All right, so we open side, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and back to the front. Exhale, squeeze, keeping the elbows at the waist. And exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, one more, exhale. Now turn the palms toward each other, same thing. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. You can still feel this even with very light weights or water bottles if you focus on that squeezing action between the shoulder blades and keeping good alignment through your spine. So I'm not sagging and slumping. I'm really working posture muscles like we do in all of our Pilates throughout. Last one. Now, we're going to take the weights close to each other, right across from our solar plexus, the base of the breastbone. Come forward with soft elbows like you're hugging an elongated, roundish tree, more like an oval ball. And you're going to go out to the side diagonal and around this oval shape tree. Inhale, we call this hug a tree, and exhale. Keeping it below your shoulder height, right across from the base of the breastbone. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bring it in and down to your lap. All right, this next one, sitting really tall, is a bicep curl. I'm going to do it without the weight first. So I'm going to use my arm so that the elbow's at the height of my shoulder line. So like I'm on a table just at or slightly below shoulder height. So if I turn side, here's where my upper arm is. It's right across from my shoulder, elbow right across from shoulder. I'm going to extend the arms to a soft elbow and then curl toward my cheekbones, but I never touch the shoulders with the weights. I'm only curling where I keep this part stationary up on the upper arm, and I'm only working the lower arm while I maintain posture. So with your hand weights, let's try that. I'll stay side direction so you can see. We first bring the elbows in, curl towards yourself, then bring the elbows to shoulder height. Check your wrist alignment so you're not flexing your wrist, and then lift out of your sit bones and lift your side waist and back waist and your front abdominals. Open to a soft elbow without leaning back and curl toward the cheekbones. Inhale, exhale. Keeping the elbows up, don't let them drop down. Keep going. Open to the inhale. Keeping good posture, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale and curl. Bring it in and down. Take a breath. Exhale. Good. Now, we're doing the same thing at shoulder height, but this time, elbows side at shoulder height, and then you're going to open to a soft elbow and curl in. Keeping your upper arm at shoulder height, in. Inhale, open, exhale, curl. Never locking the elbow, keeping it ever so slightly soft. Inhale, lifting out of your sit bones. Exhale, one more. Inhale, exhale, in and down. For the next one, we're going to do salute. I'm going to do it without weights first. Your thumbs will be across from the temples of your forehead. Your elbows side diagonal. Keeping posture, you're going to press diagonally forward and up like a salute, just about temple width, right in here. So if I go to the side, it's going to look like that. But I don't want to lean forward or lean back. I want to stay in good posture. So with my weights, I'm going to be going up and diagonal and back to the temples of the forehead. Okay, here we go. Move your weights across from temples, elbows side, and lift out of your sit bones and your waist. And now press diagonally up, straightening the arms, and bend to the temples of your forehead. Exhale. Inhale. Again, we call this salute. Exhale. Inhale. Press up diagonal. Bring it in. Press. Bring it in. 2 more. Press. Bring it in. And exhale. Inhale. Bring it in and down. Good job. Circle the shoulders a little. And now come to a standing position. Now, you won't be able to see my feet very well, but I'm going to be in my little Pilates V with my feet. So standing with your heels together in your little Pilates V, zip up your inner legs. And then you're going to be doing a little bit of this exercise called chest expansion. Now, I have done it, I think, for you with a towel. And this time, we're going to be doing it with the weights. So we have our weights right alongside us, palms facing back. Don't break the wrist. And good posture in your Pilates V, keeping your side alignment stacked. You're going to press straight down and back behind the hip, hold it a second, and bring it back alongside. But we're never swinging the weights, we're controlling them. So we exhale, press back, hold, and alongside the pelvis. Exhale, press, hold, and down. I've done it with you before with the stick at the beginning of the semester, where we did this a little bit. Hopefully that reminds you of it. Exhale, but now we're using it with weights. 2 more. Exhale and exhale. Now we're going to add some turns of the head or looks. We press back again to chest expansion. Hold there. Look to the right. Center. Look to the left. Center and arms alongside. Press and hold. Change. Look to the left. Center, look to the right, center, arms alongside, press and hold, look to the left, center, look to the right, center, alongside, press and hold, look, center, alongside, last one, press and hold, look, center, and alongside. All right, put those weights down, or water bottles, and come back to your sitting pads to finish off here, and then we'll do some stretching too. So we're going to do a little stretch. Interlace your fingers, press straight down, lift a little bit to the back to stretch the chest, and then around to the front, curve and push away. Rock onto sit bones, elongate spine, press out. Feel the stretch through the edges of the outside, inside of the arm, and the wrist, and up, and open, and take a lateral stretch, and lift, and up and out, and lift. Now come off your sit pads, move them to the side, grab your head support,
and we're going to do some stretching laying down. If you have a TheraBand, have it next to you. If not, use your longer towel. And also, we're going to do inner thigh squeezes, so you can either use your folded towel, or if you happen to have a small ball, approximately this-ish size, like we used in class, you can always use that. If you don't have that, you can take a larger towel and fold it to be a little more width to it than the spacer one we usually use. That might be better. So feel free to get what you need. Pause me if you need to. And let's then lay down, tuck and roll onto your back. Place your ball or folded towel between the knees, and feet under the knees, neutral spine, neutral pelvis, and tighten across the low belly to support. Now, not tucking or moving the pelvis, we're going to squeeze in. Oh, and bring your feet a little closer together so they're not wider than your knees. You want to have that tension on the ball. So if you have a small spacer there, you want to bring your feet all the way together. If you have a ball like I have, they're just an inch or so apart. And now we squeeze inward on the ball without tucking at all, and hold for 5 counts. Just breathing. 4, just holding the squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and release. Squeeze and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Squeeze and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Squeeze and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 10 little presses with control, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1, and release. Slip your head support to the side, head flat. We're going to put a slight squeeze and bridge, slight inner squeeze, pelvic curl, roll up to bridge and stay, little presses inward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold 1, sink the chest, roll bone by bone, unravel down, release the squeeze, remove your spacer or ball, slip your head support in for stretches. All right, so let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh, thread the needle stretch, or the number 4 stretch. Now, while you're holding that stretch, I'm going to talk to you a little bit. Today's class was more the length of our regular class, an hour and 20 minutes. And so, yes, it was a longer class because our class time normally was an hour and 20 minutes. But if that's a struggle for you, build up to it, okay? I know that we're all under duress, and so do what you can, but you're going to watch this 4 times, 2 times this week and 2 times the following week. And so work up to it, but you do want to get through this full session by the 4th time if you can't quite the first time. All right, so keep at it. Let's change sides, cross left over right, thread through around the middle and outside of the back of the right leg to grab, pull towards you to stretch that left hip. Deep breaths as you hold the stretch. And the other thing is, our focus today was fluidity. I hope you were able to use that image, and in your reflections you can refer to that and see how that helped you or not with your class execution today. And each time you come back to it, you'll hopefully still continue to focus on fluidity each time, and you might find it gets better and better. One reason we like to focus on these principles I'm talking to you about is that's what makes Pilates unique, is we don't just do random rote exercise. We really do focus in on very specific things about what we're doing and how we're doing it. And so last time we focused on breath. We continue to focus on breath. We don't just focus on one thing, but now we're adding to it today the fluidity or fluid movement, and that is what you want to focus on, breath and fluidity. And then next time I'll be adding another principle to focus on, and we'll continue building those mental parts of the Pilates method. All right, and then let's grab either your TheraBand if you have one, and if not, your longer towel will be fine, or a strap, or a belt that's long enough if you have one. All right, so you're going to hook it over the middle of the foot, grab where you can, pull down. If you have a band, you can choke up.
elbows to the mat if you can. If not, if you have a towel, you might have to have them up a little. But in either case, no hunching in the shoulders. Then bottom leg either straight or just slightly bent. Find the position with your tailbone down. Again, I have to go a little forward because I'm a little tight right now. And just find your hamstring stretch in the neutral pelvis and hold there to breathe. And now we get to relax into our stretches and focus on our breathing and feeling good about what we accomplished today. Because doing these sessions, that's an accomplishment, and pat yourself on the back. Let's take a small bend. Inhale, press it, exhale. Bend it, inhale, press out, exhale. Bend it, inhale, press and stay. Now if you're in a band, you can turn that foot inward and leg across. If it's a little awkward for you, then just hold the hamstring stretch. But if you can get that little peroneal stretch on the outside lower leg, great. And one more breath here. And bring it back up, foot to normal. One little bend. And stretch and open to that little side diagonal so you feel your inner leg stretching, but try not to rock your pelvis towards your leg. Keep that pelvis on the mat so you are maintaining your trunk positioning. Always nice to end with our stretches. It always feels good. We turn up for another breath here, and already I feel a little better, even with just one side. And now bring your other foot in. Replace carefully and set up the other side. Check your positioning. That's very important. And make sure you're in neutral and find your hamstring stretch in neutral. Deep breaths. And keeping that foot flexed, and on the ceiling, just take a small bend and press and bend and press and bend and stay straight. And if you can, turn the foot inward, sole of the foot toward the center body, and legs slightly across the body as well. Careful not to go too far and rock off your pelvis. Control always. Turn up, foot to normal. One more bend, inhale, and stretch, exhale. Then open to that slight side diagonal. Feel the inner leg stretching as you keep your pelvic neutral. And return up for another breath. And softly bend the knees. Release your tension first, then remove your band, and then rub your hands out real good. We want to release any tension there. Shake it out a little. Grab behind your back right leg, straighten your left as you hug that right knee in. Sink your back waist to the mat. Switch it. Hug the left, stretch the right, and sink the back waist. Then hug both legs in. Roll to your side, come to sit, and we'll finish off with some breathing. So sit on your sitting pads, cross your legs. Rock a little to find your sit bones again and reach out and up. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. One more. And float the hands to the thighs. Excellent. Thank you.